Then you have the deferred income tax payable. And that's a liability, okay, and then you have income, then you have, okay, I'm sorry. Then what you'll do is you have the income tax expense, you'll have income tax payable, and the difference is the deferred tax payable. So, on a corporation, don't forget, the matching principle says you have to declare the expense when you incur it, not when you're going to pay it, right? So what you do is for a corporation, this is a corporation, and the reason it's a corporation is because in a corporation, income tax is an expense, it's like a personal expense, okay? So at the end of the year, you figure your net income, you take a look and see what tax bracket you're in, that'll give you the rate, multiply your net income times rate, that's how much income tax expense you will declare on your income statement. And okay, and that will then lower, that'll give you then the after tax. Now what happens on this thing is, but then when you go to actually filling out the form, you do everything you can to avoid delay, etc. taxes, right? So here's how much you actually have to pay. The difference is deferred. Because in most cases, you don't get out of taxes, all you do is you defer them, okay? And you got to pay them eventually. So this is how much you're going to pay at the end of this fiscal year, or this tax year. The difference is how much you deferred to some future year. Okay? Yeah?
So do you subtract the income tax from the income tax payable?
You do. This is a subtraction. Yep, you're absolutely right.
Well,
So, yeah.
how do you find the income tax payable? Like, how do you know that's going to be different than the income
Well,
tax expense?
Exactly. So what will happen here is, now this, so the deal is this, when you take an estimate, when I fill out my tax form, how much am I actually going to pay? Okay? And that's, again, it'd be an estimate if you haven't filed them yet. But when I fill out my taxes, how much am I honestly expect to pay? So here's the expense, has to show up in the income statement, you have to declare the expense in the period when it occurred. Here's how much you're actually going to pay. The difference is deferred. All right.